What's up YouTube and welcome back. A lot of you have asked me to make a video on my 2025 Z900 and what I modified on it so far. We're gonna go through everything I've done so far on the bike. Spoiler, it's not actually that much, and I'm explaining to you why I did it, where you can purchase the parts, and how to improve the looks of your motorcycle. So we're gonna start in the front of the bike, and as you can see, I have installed a cooler or radiator guard. You can get these anywhere on the internet for all kinds of prices. I'll be entirely honest, this one is off AliExpress and you won't believe what this thing has cost me. It was 10 bucks. I thought, why not? If it's shit, might as well just throw it away, right? And to be entirely honest with you, installation wasn't that easy. It's not just 4 screws, in and out, 5-minute adventure. You actually need to take apart this thing. You have to remove some screws. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then this entire plastic piece on the inside pops off, and then you can actually fasten the nut from inside. It's actually already got a bit of a ding on it. If you can't see it right there on the corner, right here, because I tried mounting this and it kept swinging down and then it just hit the ground at some point. And yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Definitely an upgrade for the bike. Next up, you might have already seen it. Not much of a modification, but more of a sticker. I got the sticker set off AliExpress that you can see right here. Personally not liking this too much, but what I'm actually going to do in the future with this aluminum plate, I am going to wrap this thing myself in vinyl. It's going to be a project of mine. I'm curious to see if I can pull it off. It's not that difficult. And I'm most likely going to go with a forged carbon look for it. I've seen it. It looks amazing. I can't wait to try it out. It's going to be like a 10 bucks vinyl wrap, right? And talking about that sticker, you can see the sticker back here as well. Just a neat little accent. I think it upgrades the bike a tiny little bit. Next up, when we're talking about the front of the bike, of course, my Majin sticker, a huge Dragon Ball fan, but we're talking about the indicators. These are called PIKE. And yeah, that's really just what you call them, PIKE. You can find them anywhere on the internet. I've seen them on a lot of bikes, not specific to Kawasaki. I think these look fantastic. And the same ones in the back as well. Now we're moving on to a bit more of a functional side here. I've got my levers changed just recently, a couple of days ago, because I wanted to do that so badly. The original levers kind of make the bike feel a bit cheap. The brand for these levers is the same brand that I have my mirrors from. They're called Raximo. Since we're already talking about the brake levers, might as well talk about the mirrors. I get a lot of questions about these mirrors, also from the same make and manufacturer called Raximo. You can find them online. They're about 120 bucks. Since we are still talking about the front of the bike, can't fail to mention these rim decal stickers I've put on. You can find these on Amazon. They cost like 10 to 15 bucks. In my opinion, totally worth it, especially if you get the black model that doesn't come with any. Let's move to the back of the bike. And the probably most amazing thing about this machine and what I'm most happy with is the exhaust. So this is the Bodis GPC RS2 GEXX exhaust. It costs about 420 euros. Comes with this nice carbon guard. Yes, it's real carbon fiber and it looks amazing. Let me tell you one thing. If you are currently still thinking about what exhaust to get for this machine, please get the Bodis. Don't get the SC Project. The SC Project at this point is just a premium brand. It doesn't cost much more at all, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the sound experience that you're gonna have. A lot of people want to go for SC Project with this bike. So let me tell you, I've heard all the available exhausts on the market and you're not gonna be happy with the SC Project at all. The Bodis sounds 1,000 times better. I have to always, honestly laugh whenever someone comments, oh, SC Project is so much better. No, not for this bike. Yes, there are a lot of manufacturers SC Project is a lot better for, not for the 2025 Z900. If you get the SC Project and you want the best, greatest sound for your bike, you are not getting the right exhaust. Does the SC Project look a bit nicer on this bike? Yeah. Personally, I think the huge SC Project font on it is a bit too tacky for me. I like the fact that the Bodis is minimalist and it has nothing on it really. Okay, so moving on to the back of the bike, my tail tidy. This is the ProTech tail tidy. I got this tail tidy installed with the purchase of my bike, so I didn't really do anything myself here. On top of that, we have the Pillion cover. Personally, I'm a bit disappointed in this one because of the fact that it has too much plastic and it's a bit too flat. So the issue if you ride with a large backpack is that your backpack always sits here. And due to this has actually gotten some scratches from my backpack from my Italy tour. And then of course we have the almighty bobbins, something that I've been complaining about my CBR the entire time. I got these things off Amazon. You can pretty much find them anywhere. You can get them off AliExpress. Honestly, I would recommend just buy them off AliExpress because these things I bought on Amazon, that's the same product as you would get on AliExpress, just like 4 times more expensive, just for your, you know, calm of mind that you got a quality product or whatever. Don't. And I'm going to tell you why these things suck, and I'm really disappointed because if we're looking at the other side on these bobbins, it actually turns out that if we look at them from the top, they're a bit too short. See that? So what I did is I used my stand with the V-mount, and the V-mount actually hit the swing arm here and, you know, chipped off some of the paint on the swing arm. I'm really mad about that. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe you need some spacers to make this thing come out a bit more. I mean, that is pretty much everything I've done to the bike so far. I don't think I forgot anything, except of course my Quadlock mount, but I personally don't think that's a modification. You know, it's just an extra. Now, let's talk about what I have planned and what other changes I want to make. I got into this earlier, but these things I'm gonna wrap in a forged carbon vinyl wrap. I think it will make him look much better. Now, what I definitely do want to change are these foot pegs. I hate these foot pegs. They are fat as fuck. They're ugly, and I'm going to switch them to black ones. I'm still saving up for that. At some point in time, I would like to remove this entire bracket and just, you know, add a exhaust support. But yeah, just recently, due to a driving mistake combined through a lot of people, I chipped my engine block a tiny bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy an engine block cover. You know, you can buy those from GB Racing. They're expensive as hell, so I'm probably going to get them off AliExpress as well. Just a piece of plastic to save the entire clutch and the engine block, you know. Personally, don't think the clutch cover on this bike is too beautiful, so that might, you know, upgrade the looks even further a bit more. Besides that, I'm pretty happy with the bike, but one thing I definitely do also want to change down the line are the grips. I hate doing that myself. I tried with the CBR, so if I do end up changing them to some domino grips, I'm gonna do that with my dealer and they're gonna do it professionally. I'm not gonna touch that shit. It's too annoying for me. It's too fiddly for me. I don't like doing that. One other thing I also want to mention is I want to change this entire thing here, the chain guard and the wheel guard, to carbon fiber. Obviously not real carbon fiber, but you can buy those parts cheap on AliExpress as well for like 20 bucks. And one thing I definitely also want to mention is I get a lot of questions about where I get all my stuff that I buy for my bike, and most of the time, you know, when it's stickers or the radiator guard, I'm like, yeah, I bought it off AliExpress. It's like, why not? People are like, oh, AliExpress, isn't that a shit quality, really cheap shit? And I'm like, no. Most of the stuff you purchase nowadays is from China. Where does all the AliExpress stuff come from? China. You know, there are differences in quality, but they're not so severe that you would just put off purchasing parts from AliExpress altogether. One thing you just have to make absolutely sure is that all of the parts you purchase, especially if they're relevant safety parts, they have the necessary permission to be used on the street. If you want to add something to your bike that doesn't need specific permissions to be used or anything like that, if you're from Germany, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't put anything on the bike if it's not allowed, you know? Just make sure you look out for that. Also, other things I don't recommend purchasing from AliExpress are the Pillion covers. Yes, this thing is like 250 bucks, but you will not find this in good quality online. So that pretty much wraps up the video. I let you know all the modifications I have currently made to the machine and everything that I have planned for the future. There might be more. Leave a comment down below letting me know what else you think I should modify on the bike next. Of course, I'm not going to be able to do all the modifications like immediately. I have to save up one by one. Shit's expensive, like especially just the foot pegs. They're like 59 euros. It's crazy for 2 pieces. I mean, you're getting quality product, but a lot of the stuff that you can do to your bike is very expensive, and I'm not gonna just toss money at it. Most of the stuff that I have planned that I mentioned in the video, I'm probably gonna do over the winter because you can save money during the winter because you're not riding. So if this helped you out in deciding what modifications you want to make for your bike in the future, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Peace.